Oh, goodness me. To be honest, the board, with Pankaj Bhai heading it up as chairman, we've worked together so closely, and so, of course, the challenge is immense, but we've just got on with it. I think there's been immense support for individuals doing it, and not just the board, actually. It's, for me, it's the construction team, call it what you want, the media team, the volunteers. Touch wood, so far it's worked incredibly smoothly, even though we know it's so complex and whatever. So it's just been an all-round team effort, to be honest with you.
Before I let you go, one last question. World Cup's coming around. One team apart from Oman that you're rooting for?
Well, I have a British passport and an Irish passport, so on this one, I think it'll be Oman beating Ireland in the final.
I love that confidence of yours, Paul. Looking forward to more from you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Pleasure.
All right, so back to the comms on that one then.
It's always fun talking to someone like Paul, isn't it? With a stamp of authority, he's proved so. 1 wicket down for Bangladesh for 102. They'll be mighty impressed with the opening partnership.
Liton Das must be very, very happy with the outing. Played a great innings. And Oman probably has struck at the right time.
Yes, the wicket of Liton Das brings Shomeshokar to the middle. 165 matches, 2,968 runs. Very nearing his 3,000 mark, isn't it? Look at this.
And look at the sixes column. Look at the sixes column. 113. How much Bangladesh would want that to increase today?
He's a very handy top order bat. Number 3 is a very difficult position to bat. It's a very important position to bat as well. 15 half centuries just tells you how many times he's held the innings together. And by innings, the entire innings of his team. Misfield will entice the second. No, they'll stick to the single.
Good decision.
Yes, I was going to. I had bookmarked that conversation with you last night.
It's a very good decision not to have gone for the second, because what you don't want is losing a couple of wickets in a hurry.
11.3, 103 on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. They don't need to steal that single anyway.
Absolutely. No risk required at all at this point in time.
It'll be interesting to watch what Naeem does now. Will he play his natural game or will he wait? There is not a single on offer there. First, the ball evaded Khurram Nawaz, but Mehran Khan was around to ensure the throw was darted in. The Sportseye match ball contest. It's a simple question. Who was Bangladesh's first T20 captain? And if you know the answer, don't reveal. There's only one place to reveal. That is in the comments box.
I think both the openers had a lot more comfort.
Yes, if you do know the answer to who was Bangladesh's first T20 captain, then subscribe to youtube.com/sportseye and answer the question in the comment section box of this particular live broadcast. Good anticipation by the fielder. Gets behind the ball, ensures it's a dot ball. Samek finishes a successful over.
12 gone, 104 for 1. We were talking about the openers probably had a much better understanding. Last over we saw a yes-no call between the two batters.
These are distinct times for Amir Kaleem. Prithvi Kumar Machi. He's represented the senior side. Was superb on the field for them when he did so. Was good with the bat in hand as well. Do the same. Playing for Oman 11 today and with a ball in hand. Amir Kaleem. It's a testing time for Amir Kaleem, isn't it? 104 for 1 Bangladesh. These are moments where you show your character. As far as Naeem is concerned, what do you think will be Naeem's approach? Will he continue to bat the way he normally does? Or you think he'll wait for a little time so that Shaume Sarkar feels settled?
I think he should go for shots because they just have about 8 overs in hand. He has been there for a long time and probably also will allow the other batsmen to get a good practice. Great platform, just build it.
Yes, so you reckon you should not be waiting for an over? Just go for it. Shaume Sarkar is usually a very busy player, doesn't get much time, doesn't waste much time in getting in. And in this format, after such a good start, Shaume Sarkar just has a little bit more license.
Probably Naeem can look at getting his 50 and then go hammer and tongs.
That could be a tight throw. The throw was a little wide.
This has been a little bit of an issue. We have seen that most of the throw either from the deep or even closer to the wicket has not really reached the keeper.
Walton is one of the top home appliance companies from Bangladesh. Our Bangladesh friends swear by the quality of Walton home appliances. Yes, Walton home appliances. All our Bangladesh friends swear by its quality. Just like the quality of batting on offer for Bangladesh 11. Walton can provide the same quality, isn't it? Inside out, he's chipped it over the infield. Precision. Shaume Sarkar is up and running.
And clearly showing his quality with a wonderfully executed shot for a 4. Takes the score to Nelson. 1-1-1 for 1.
50 for Naeem. Did not try to match shot for shot when he watched someone so beautiful like Liton Das going for the glory strokes. Well made half century. Now, broadcasters and streaming partners, Sony 10. If you're watching it from India or Sri Lanka, you're tuning into Sony 10, 10 Sports for Pakistan, T Sports for Bangladesh. And if you're watching on Crick Live, that means you're in the UAE. Crick Live.
Didn't really time this one. You get a single though nonetheless. The beauty of this game is something that you can watch on YouTube, on the YouTube channel of Sports Eye, Sony Live and Switch TV, the streaming partners coming in live from Oman Cricket Academy.
And it's been a brilliant game so far. Someone is pushing it a little wide. Is he expecting the batsman now to be dancing down the track?
You have to invite the batsman to come and play the shot that you want him to play. And that's the beauty of a spinner.
He's gone through with that shot, not getting elevation, and will be taking a fantastic catch in the end. Samir, take a bow. Second wicket for you.
That was a great catch, a great effort there. He pulled the length a wee bit, didn't let the batsman have enough of his meat on that ball. Celebrations galore. Look at that. He had to fetch for that ball, going slightly away from the body, and there, beautifully sliding catch. When you take these catches, extremely important to know the timing of your slide, because if you slide a little early or a little late, you will definitely miss it.
Yes, Shaume Sarkar walks back for a runner ball 8 and an excellent catch from Ubaid in short. That Shaume Sarkar does walk back. It's always hard. Fast bowler put his body on the line, isn't it? That's the game for today. That is today's day and age cricket. He will be invited with a lot of cheers. Rahim makes his way to the middle country, which have been very, very noteworthy, and today would want to produce something similar. He's walking in at a good time, 116 for 2. The team's not under the pump, but what a start.
Every single time you take the stance.
He swept with all his might. The call was nice and clear that it's going to be at the keeper's end. Well, it bounced a lot. Luckily, there was Khurram. Khurram Nawaz was there to back up. Otherwise, the keeper was standing full height and still seeing the ball sail. 14 overs gone, 117 for 2. Side screen. Mushfiqur Rahim is in no hurry.
Extreme focus. He starts with a scoop and he's gone. Very first delivery. That's an anti-climax. That's not something that the people had paid their monies for. Mushfiqur Rahim, he'll have to take that long, slow.
Hassan is the new man in. And he's found a very safe spot to get going. And it's gone into doubt that he was practicing those before the game. And this is what you practice for, to deliver when it matters the most.
Amir Khalil. Full toss there. For a spinner, it's extremely important to pitch the ball, let the ball do the thing, instead of bowling those low full tosses. Couldn't really convert those low full tosses into the big one.
The news is that all those 4 wickets have been taken by spinners. Again running the first one hard, just in case there is an opportunity for 2.
Go and pick your teeth and test your skills as far as being a selector is concerned.
Yes, had you picked 9 today, you are sitting on a lot of points. 62 of 48, it's a superb innings. First was playing a cautious innings, then started to unfold his shots with Litan Das present at the other end doing the same. After Litan left, suddenly a slight slump for Bangladesh, but Naeem did not deter. When the ball's there to be hit, he's smashed away. He's dived. There's a lot of elbow grease today. The running between the wickets has been excellent. Just the kind of innings that Naeem would be proud of. 62 of 48, holding the innings together.
As far as bowlers are concerned, Amir Khalil would be a man. 2 wickets for him. And so is Srivastava. He's picked up 2 as well.
Yes. Samay came into ball when the going was tough. His team was relying on him for picking up a breakthrough, getting that breakthrough, picking up his first wicket. This contingent will afford a smile slightly more if a wicket falls, not otherwise. Because 134 for 4, the game's still... Oh, that's a brilliant shot by Prithvi. Prithvi Kumar Machi, sometimes 2 fielders masquerading as one. They'll pick up 2 in the process. This is excellent cricket all around.
I would still want to see if he's got that ball on his face. Because he put in that dive and the ball bounced right in front of him. I want to see if it was his hand that stopped the ball or was it something else. 64 for Naeem. Nurul, 1 of 1. But Naeem will be on strike. In the cow corner. He's just taking a single.
Could that have been more? Nurul is still new. It's a new man in. A sports time match ball contest. Who was Bangladesh's first T20 captain? If you know the answer, well, don't say that loud. You can go to the comment section box of the live broadcast of this game, and then you can tell us what the answer is. Subscribe to youtube.com/sportsai, and one lucky winner will get the signed match ball. The ball will be signed by none other than the man of the match of this contest. This contest in the balance again with those 2 wickets, or you feel Bangladesh still ahead?
Well, I think Bangladesh has got their nose ahead in this game. And if you want to be ahead in the game of winning that autographed match ball, you got to subscribe to the YouTube channel of Sportsai. Please ensure that you hit that subscribe button. It's important. Positive delivery, and I get a single, just a single. 3 fielders coming in for that one single delivery. All right, so that'll be the end of the over. 16 gone. It's 138 for 4.
Lots of running between the wickets for Naeem. Understandably, he's a little tired. Will get that much needed gulp of water. You rightly mentioned 3 fielders converging. It's just that both the batsmen wanted the second run, but at different times. When one negated, the other started. Just tells you that coordination is so very important. But at the end of the day, for Bangladesh, no damage done, and they'll be very happy with that.
Well, that's right. That's also because Nurul is the one who's just walked in. You'd want to do a little more than what he's doing. At the same time, he also needs to understand that Naeem has been there for quite some time. He's tired. So the call ideally should be Naeem's.
That's good perspective you bring. I just read Naeem's played that ball as well. So he knows how hard he's hit it. Knows if 2 is on offer or not. When he knows that the fielders are approaching. What he wouldn't have calculated or determined is the fact that it was a little misfield. And you always have Sundaram lurking around the commentary box to tell you, don't run on them, don't run on misfields.
All right, a full toss on offer and a single there. Look at that. I mean, in the first part of the innings, Naeem would have ran a second comfortably. It's only cause he's just losing a little bit of steam. He wants to conserve that energy for a loose delivery and hit it out of the park. And I sense that's the right call to do.
Just get a feeling that only a single was there to be taken as well. It was a very good throw from Khurram. Khurram Nawaz, what a cricketer, what a fielder in the deep he's proving to be. First a catch at an awkward height, but still pulled it off. Now darting in throws from long on and long off, depending on the batsman's style. Was absorbed in the appeal. Almost forgot that yes, there is a run scoring opportunity as well. The ball went nowhere nonetheless.
Like going the unorthodox route there. Naeem. The ball was going straight onto the stumps. Had he missed it, it would have been curtains for this fantastic innings of Naeem. But well, all's well that ends well. As long as that delivery is concerned, Naeem's still there. As far as Bangladesh is concerned, they are happy.
He's doing everything to trouble Kaleem even before he delivers the ball. But once he did, it's a defensive shot offered.
Like you print an ad of what you're going to do 4 days in advance. The bowler is definitely going to plan it. And mind you, spin bowlers are the wiliest of them all. They'll think and they'll change the plan right at the last moment when they're delivering the ball.
Yes, they're also playing with a release point. This could be catching practice. Oh, he's lost the ball. Khurram Nawaz has lost the ball. The batsman did not get elevation. That could have been another catch. Nurul is thanking his stars. And Khurram's completely misjudged this one. It's gone all the way too. This is rubbing salt in the wound.
Oh my God, we just spoke about him, Khurram. What a fantastic fielder he is. Look at that. He goes for the ball and then suddenly lets it go. In that little blind spot, that fraction of a second when the ball passes through the lights is when you lose it. Khurram didn't realize that, didn't factor that.
Now this has got height, this has got distance, the perfect ingredient for a handsome 6.
That was probably the biggest one that we've seen today. Went over the top. The crowds are in a frenzy, and rightly so. In the slot, went over our cameraman. Look at that. Our cameraman standing right on his head, almost. If the head wasn't covered by the shield there, he probably would be running for his insurance.
I'll tell you what, he'll still ask for that much needed helmet. The crowd's going crazy. And why wouldn't they? They've come alive with that magnificent hit from Nurul. And what that hit has done is sent some waves in the camp of Amir Kaleem and co. Getting together the senior statesman in the side. Discussing with Abdul as well. He's a little tired.
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like retired from his innings. And rightly so, a good call there by the management. It's more of a side game, a practice match. Bangladesh 11 versus Oman 11. When you've done your 2 bits, you think you'd want to reserve and conserve that energy for the bigger games to come. You've got enough batting practice now. Get in the new guns. Get in the fresh legs.
152 for 4. See a very animated Mr. Pankaj Khimji, the chairman of Oman Cricket. He's always there when their games or otherwise, ensuring every little thing is absolutely fine. So that cricket goes on. A visionary indeed.
That's right. An absolutely amazing brand ambassador for the game of cricket in this part of the world. It's his vision that we see transformed into reality. This beautiful looking ground turned into a stadium. The capacity of about 3,000 people.
Not very often do you see this hitting it straight to the fielder, yet stealing a single. Good job. Shamim is the new man in. 17 overs gone. 153 for Bangladesh. Slight breaks applied in this over. Bangladesh 11 with a bat in hand. Liton Das, an excellent innings up top along with Naeem Sheikh. 66 of 53. He's retired hurt. Soumya Sarkar, after a good start, 8 of 8 balls, went for an inside-out shot and did not get the elevation. Mushfiqur Rahim, there was so much of expectation. People turning up only to watch him in flesh. First ball tries a shot which was very, very cheeky, but the bowler gets the better of him. An easy catch for Abdul. Afif Hussain, Nurul Hassan. Hussain went back for 6. Nurul Hassan and Shamim Hussain are still there in the middle. Shamim's yet to face his first, whereas Nurul has already shown glimpses of the assault that Bangladesh want towards the end.
Alright, so Rafiullah will be bowling from the Al Emirat end, which means change of ends for him. And with that, there'll be change in voices in the comm box. Suhas will take a little break. And Sundaram will come in. Thank you. Starts with the wide. He has been a little off his mark today. Earlier today in the first over, he started off with a no ball, followed up with the wide, and now again he starts his second spell with a wide.
I think it's important that he gets his confidence back. I think Bangladesh 11 was going pretty well for the first 100, and the spinners pulled back. Rafiullah bowling 2 overs for 16. Time for him to come to the party.
Right, this one has been cut away. You get a single there. Sure. Oman 11. Mind that. Shamim yet to open his account. Is giving company to Nurul, who hit those 2 phenomenal sixes back to back in the previous over.
155 for 4 in the 18th over, and the spinners did pull back a little bit.
A slowish half tracker. A direct hit would have done it. Both the sides are putting in efforts, and their efforts are definitely paying off.
I think the last couple of overs left, definitely the Bangladesh batsmen need to go for everything that's on offer. And yes, it's a good time for them to take the risk because just a couple of overs left.
Well, yes, got to go big. An opportunity for them to play those big ones, get that momentum going. Both these teams will be going into the ICC T20 World Cup.
I think this is a great practice, definitely for the Bangladesh 11.
Dealing in singles. And Oman 11 wouldn't mind that, honestly.
Absolutely. Towards the latter part of the innings, if you just go for 6 singles, it's absolutely fine. What they really don't want is the boundaries and the sixes that we saw a couple of overs back.
Oman 11 versus Bangladesh 11. That's a T20 game that you're watching right now, coming live from Oman Cricket Academy. Beautiful setting here. Under lights, Shamim Hussain. 33 games, 508 runs for him.
And a strike rate of 146.
A swing and a miss there. That's what Rafi has been doing. He's been bowling that delivery wide outside the left-hander's arc. Doesn't want to bring anything close to them because he knows that these batsmen, they definitely have enough on them to send the ball packing outside the park.
And I think it's important for him to mix it up. What he should also do is look at a couple of slower deliveries, maybe the odd bouncer.
Look at that. He slept and swept, and this one is for unorthodox, you may call it, but it's full on money.
T20 has been a great innovation for all kinds of batting, all kinds of shots. We only heard of batsmen sweeping. Now we can see batsmen pretty much falling, sweeping themselves and hitting a four.
What an unorthodox shot. I mean, you get into that position on that one knee, and when you realize the ball is coming onto your body, you fall down, literally going down, and play that shot. Beautifully played. Absolute entertainment.
Watching the ball till the last end. Clearly there was an opportunity. He had a mighty swing, so couldn't connect it. So must have probably missed out on an opportunity. 18 gone, 161 for 4. The bowling card, Rafiullah, 3 overs 23 runs. Obadullah, 2 overs 16. Mehran, 2 overs 25 runs. Expensive. Amir Kaleem picked up 2 wickets, giving away 39 runs off his full quota of 4 overs. Shoaib Khan, 2 overs 22. Again expensive. Samaya has really bowled well. 4 overs for 27 runs. Gave a real tweak. And Prithvi, just the 1 over. Clearly the Bangladesh flag flying, and all the batters have really kept the flag flying high today with some exhilarating batting.
Right, so 18 overs gone. It's 161 for 4. Oh, that is a loosener. I'm sure that was not intentional. And the umpire really quick on calling that out. It's a no ball, waist height full toss, warning him. And that will be a free hit. Umpire Rahul Asher.
It's important for the bowlers also probably to be given a little bit of an opportunity. Maybe if the ball has really slipped. I know it's quite difficult for the umpire to judge if it really slipped or that was intentional. But sometimes cricket can be too harsh on bowlers.
Well, yeah, it's said that cricket is a batter's game. Picked it up from outside off, and that's a maximum. Cow corner. Send your cows to fetch that ball.
What a huge price to pay for that previous delivery. And a lovely 6. of a no ball.
It was a free hit, which means a freebie. Looked where he picked it up from, and check out where that ball's gone. There's another ground, another oval right on the other side where the ball went. I'm glad that no one was practicing there.
Definitely that would have hurt because it was hit with full power. We were looking at a total of anything between 150, 160. So
The glass is shattered. Look at that. The shattered glass. That's exactly where the ball's gone. We spoke about some damage. It didn't go to the ground. It just shattered the glass of the PCR. That's the production control room right behind there.
I hope nobody's hurt. This was some shot.
Some shot.
That is interesting. What a good looking shot. Picked it up from wide outside off. Now they are trying to analyze the losses that have been incurred. But the glass is good. It's sturdy. It's not shattered and broken into pieces. Just cracked up. So no injuries to anyone, hopefully.
That's a place the entire production team sits, and they are the ones who are responsible to bring all this live to you. So we do hope no one is hurt.
Now this time, over long on. That's a maximum. Results the same, and I hope that no one's hurt over there.
Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd. Absolutely jumping with joy. I think the way the ball is sailing outside the ropes, I think it's important that, the crowd does take some serious cover.
Well, yeah. Maybe at the entrance, they should all be gifted with a helmet.
And a free insurance.
Well, I'm so sure that the premium of the insurance would not be paid by the Bangladesh batters.
Definitely not. It can come as part of the ticket, I guess. Because at the end of the day, you need to protect your head.
Obaid has been expensive in this over, taken for runs. Low full toss, up in the air. Does it have the fuel? Yes, it does, a maximum.
3 of 3. What a six.
A hat-trick of sixes. And this is the Nurul Show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd bought your tickets, you know you've been treated with entertainment.
He was ready for that ball. Almost sat down. High and handsome for 3 consecutive six. No ball. 6, 6, 6. Are we in for 6 sixes?
Wow. He's getting those drops in his eyes. I reckon he wears lenses. Contact lenses. They do get on to go dry, especially when you're playing.
I'm just thinking, does he really need it? Because he's pretty much seeing the ball as good as anyone can.
And maybe those little drops are ensuring that the lenses are moist enough. Doesn't irritate him. Reminds us of a certain Saurav Ganguly who used to keep blinking his eyes because of the contact lens that he used to wear. Those were the days of those semi-soft contact lenses. Now they are super soft. Wide outside off. And a single.
The crowd is not getting an opportunity to even blink. The way sixes are going. First one. Second one. And the third. What a wonderful six.
Wow, 3 sixes and 3 deliveries. And now Shamim comes on strike. Nurul's score reads 37 of 13. That's all courtesy those big sixes that he's been hitting.
Sports Gully, India's newest fantasy platform. It's available on Android Store. It's a new entrant in the fantasy category.
Bowled it wide. This is the newest addition to a fast bowler's armory. They bowl a wide Yorker. We've seen it come to you so very often, but then the accuracy that you require is immense. You're bowling a Yorker, which itself requires a lot of accuracy, and then you're bowling it just so wide, right inside the tram line. You err in either of them, you'll be punished.
And that's exactly what they spend hours practicing. Last ball coming up.
Straight. And a single. That'll be it. That'll be the end of the over. So 19 gone. It's 182 for 4. Oman Cricket Academy, the venue for this game between Bangladesh 11 and Oman 11, will also be hosting the T20 World Cup, the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, starting the 17th of October. 6 games to be played here. Back of the lane delivery, wanted to go for it, missed literally everything, and a dot ball.
Slower bouncer. And I think it's important that the next 5 deliveries he tries to mix it up rather than being predictable, because 3 overs, 23 is not a bad effort. I think especially the third over was pretty good. So if they are able to restrict Bangladesh 11 to 190, which in itself is a tall order.
Shot delivery and pulled handsomely, maximum. This one has gone on to the grounds.
This is exactly what we were saying. It's important for him to mix it up. This was again a predictable length shot. Plenty of time for him to play the shot. Just a quick question for all of you. Who was Bangladesh first T20 captain? Quickly subscribe to youtube.com/sportseye and answer the question in the comment section box. One lucky winner will win the signed match ball by none other than the man of the match from this game. This game coming to you live from Oman Cricket Academy. Question for you, Neil. Why is it that the bowlers struggle to bowl Yorkers when there's so much of emphasis on, bowling a lot more accurately?
Almost a Yorker, but punished maximum.
Not a Yorker, tried for a Yorker, and all that he got was a 6. What a wonderful pickup.
That's the answer to your question. You try bowling a Yorker, you miss by a few inches, that becomes a juicy half volley, and then you're punished. Accuracy.
Practice, accuracy and practice, absolutely. At least he tried, but couldn't get it right. And very few bowlers, even at international levels, are so consistent in bowling Yorkers. I remember probably during my time, Joel Garner.
Just giving hints of which era you're from. That's a full toss, up in the air. Just be a single though. Would the umpires come into play? Was that height a concern? Not really, not really.
Just a single, and last 2 deliveries, 200 still on the cards.
Well, definitely. We thought that probably if Nurul comes on strike, he'll be able to get that closer to 200. But Shamim has displayed his ability so well. 19 of 10, Nurul 37 of 13. Mind you, of the 37 that he scored, 5 sixes he's hit, which means 30 have come of sixes.
All the Bangladesh 11 batsmen have got a real good outing today, except the one cheeky shot which the favourite batsman tried.
There's Mushfiqur. A little too early to play that shot. Very first delivery, tried to play that scoop. Meanwhile, Rafi. This one is up in the air and will clear the fence by a mile. Maximum.
Not only clearing the fence, but much clearly outside the ground, into the parking lot. Definitely the ball will be replaced, because I don't see any way how the ball will ever come back. And if you see clearly, the batsman is setting himself up nicely to hit the ball on the leg side.
But here's the back of the length delivery. He saw that. And it's also trying to read the bowler's mind. The bowler, he bowled shorter deliveries, was hit for sixes. He tried to bowl the Yorker, he was hit for sixes. The next thing that the bowler is going to bowl is a delivery which is at the good length or just slightly back of the length delivery. And that's exactly what he bowled. And the batsman there, Nurul, was ready. Now one last delivery to come. Bangladesh 11 have gone beyond the 200 mark.
Clearly Nurul winning that mind game. 3 sixes in this over. Could this be the most expensive?
19 already of this over. One last delivery to come. Nurul on 43. If he hits a 6, he'll be just one shy of a half century. That'll be a shame, but well, that's how this game is. Disinfecting that ball that has come through from outside. That was a ball that was hit previously. The ball has been changed. And Nurul will go on. Face the last delivery of the innings. 43 of 14. What an innings he's played.
Get a Yorker in. Keep him on 43. Get some self-confidence back. He was already lining up to hit on the leg side. Already had moved on the off.
But also, the kind of noise that the crowd is making plays in the mind of the bowler. Rafiullah, probably not used to playing to audiences, spectators they're constantly shouting and booing. It does play in your mind constantly, and you're bowling the last over. It's been 19 runs in this over. One last delivery to go.
6 more!
It was a fuller one and a maximum to finish the over. What an expensive over this has been, and what a display of batting. Nurul, 49 of 15. Just one shy of what would have been a fantastic half century. A fuller length delivery. Got his front foot across and bang, dispatched it. Send a courier company to get that ball back. If you don't want it, well, just sign it off. Well played, Nurul. Bangladesh 11, 207 for 4 in their 20. What a phenomenal performance coming in from the men in green and red.
A tall order. Run rate of almost 10 and over. And the last over capped it up nicely on what has been an absolutely exceptional batting by all the Bangladesh 11 batsmen. What a brilliant innings. The first half has been absolutely fantastic.
Wow. If your heart rate isn't racing, if your heart ain't thumping, I guess you're watching the wrong channel. This is a phenomenal piece of batting that we have experienced right here. Both the umpires, they've got some exercise in the last few overs, getting all those hands up for sixes. Wow, this is a fantastic game that we've experienced today.
The bowlers didn't get a breather, neither we here. All that we did was we continued to enjoy this lovely sixes, some lusty hitting, and an exceptional piece of batting by Bangladesh 11. 207 for 4 in the allotted 20 overs.
So now when Oman 11 comes out to bat, they'll require 208 to win and 120 deliveries. It is an uphill task, but mind you, it is very comfortably done. It was very comfortably done by the Bangladesh 11. We saw them going for those big ones. We'll see some sixes that were hit. We spoke about them, how comfortably they were able to send the ball packing. And this is definitely the Nurul show that's on display. 3 sixes in a row. Nurul Hassan, 49 of 15. Stayed not out. Also ended up crushing one of the glass panels in the stands there. Oman Cricket Academy, we've witnessed a fantastic game of cricket, a fantastic display of batting prowess coming in from Nurul Hassan. Litton Das opened the innings with Naeem Sheikh. Both of them got their half centuries. Litton on 53 of 33, 66 of 53. A slightly muted innings there from Naeem Sheikh. Soumya Sarkar 8 of 8. Mushfiqur Rahim, a lot was expected of him, but didn't open his account. Very first delivery got out. Afif Hussain 6 of 2. But then came the Nurul Hassan show, 49 of 15. Phenomenal batting performance, and Shamim Hussain giving him company, 19 of 10. 6 extras to cap up 207 for 5.
Completely changing the dynamics. Let's look at the bowling card. Rafiullah, 4 overs, 48 runs. He would definitely like to forgive the last over. Obedullah, 3 overs of 37 runs. Mehran Khan giving away 25 off his 2. Amir Kaleem, 39 runs off his allotted 4 overs, but picked up 2 wickets for his efforts. Shoaib Khan, 22 runs off his 2 overs. Samir Srivastava really bowled well and brought probably Oman back into the game till the lusty hitting that we saw in the last couple of overs. 4 overs, 27 runs and 2 wickets. And Prithvi bowled just a single 1 over and gave away 9 runs.
So that's what it is. Oman Cricket Academy hosting this beautiful game. So when Oman come back to bat, they'll require 208 to win in 120 deliveries. What we'll do is take a quick short break and come back with live action.
Digital display picture. Salesman of impulse
এই মুহূর্তে আমরা যুক্ত হলাম। যারা আমাদের সাথে যুক্ত আছেন সকলকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি এই মুহূর্তে।
As yet in continental Europe. Right, here is Ahmed Zai. He starts with a full toss. It's hit down to long on and slight fumble, but gets hold of it quick enough to just keep to a single. But this will bring up the 50 for Harrison Ward. What a good innings from him in a pressure situation, opening the batting in the final. He wins the race to 50 and he brings it up off 16 balls with 6 sixes and 2 fours. Great innings.
Yeah, I mean, he's racing along, isn't he? I mean, that, according to my scribbles, means he's on 584 runs in this championship. Amazing. But there's a man who's ahead of him at the moment, and that's his batting partner.
This one goes across, and no dice with the LBW appeal. But I was going to say, it goes ahead of him. I thought Lincoln might go ahead of him then, because he's 47 chasing 50 as well. This one just hits him outside the line. Another good decision. Jeez, I've got to say the umpiring's been good. You know, umpires, you often only notice them when there's one you don't agree with, or they might make a slight error. But I think these umpires, again, they're not full-time professional umpires. They've done a very, very good job, especially when you consider the scale of the operation, the amount of eyeballs on these matches. And now Ahmed Zai will continue to Ward, who's reached his 50. Hits this one to the leg side, keep it to 1. Now look, here's the thing, and it seems crazy, but still, we've seen teams lose from this position. They need 45 off 27 balls. I suppose the thing we're looking at the moment is these two batsmen are so set. Seems like there's absolutely no way they won't get there, but if you can get a couple of quick wickets, maybe get a new batsman out there that's been sitting on the bench for 5 overs, just might create a bit of drama. What do you think, Rico?
Yeah, that's what we were saying. I was talking to Michael about this when we saw these two play earlier, and when again these two openers were in there and they were making life look easy for the England 11. But I said, get those two men out, then we could see a wobble, and that's exactly what we did see. But this one has been hit beautifully through extra cover. Well, they're not intending to wobble. They're not intending to get themselves out because, well, that's a 15 out to Dan Lincoln. Both of these batsmen, not only have they put a 100 partnership together, they both reached individual 50s. Both बताइयां दोनों batsmen नु अपने Harrison Ward ने भी अपनी 50 बना ली, Dan Lincoln ने भी 50 बना ली. बताइयां दोनों. Congratulations to both the English batsmen.
You talk about the wobbling. The only thing wobbling there was the fence. Ahmed Zai pitches up, gets a Yorker on Lincoln. This will just be one. So, Belgium, they're probably wondering what has just happened in the space of 5 and a bit overs. This trophy has been ripped from their grasp, and I know there's a lot of English support around here, a lot of expats from the Costa del Sol who are here for this one. I think their mood has changed significantly over the past 6 overs now. Ward steps across, another good York from Ahmed Zai. Hey, look, it was a pretty good over from him under the circumstances, but still he goes for 9, and after 6 overs it is 110 for no loss.
Yeah, well, you can see why I was calling for him to be bowling earlier. I would have had him coming on to bowl that 4th over because I think that's what he does.
Cheeky, extremely cheeky. He probably thought that the batter would have stepped out. He wanted to take that chance. What Bangladesh has smartly done is they've opened with a spinner, not giving that pace to the batters to go along.
And also probably try and entice the batsman to go for the shots.
The enticement is there, and so is the catch. Wicket number 1. The ploy has worked, and the first wicket is down.
Clearly Bangladesh captain knew what exactly he has to do. He brought the spinner on the first over, given the fact that they have a target of almost 200 plus. Obviously they knew the batsman will go for the leather. Safely pouched. See, they knew the batsman will go for the leather. Safely pouched. First wicket gone.
Akshay Patel didn't open his account. Gone for duck of 2 deliveries.
What does the batsman do? I mean, he has absolutely no choice, right? He has to go for the shots if there is a ball available and the width is available. But couldn't get the distance. Intent was right, but didn't have the power.
But also the ball was slightly slower, and the length was not right for that kind of shot. I reckon he played a little too early and had to drag the ball from outside the offish to the onside a little too much.
And a very, very well placed fielder as well in the deep. Clearly the bowler, the captain, all pretty much aligned.
Punching it down.
Bangladesh taking advantage of the huge total that they have in the bank. And clearly the captain outsmarting the Oman A-team opener here. Hardly any width given, bowling stump to stump, and having lost the first wicket, obviously Oman would want to probably look at a rebuilding phase of kind of sorts in the first few overs. First over gone, none for one.
Maiden wicket there in the very first over. task just becoming a little more challenging there for Oman. They'll have to do a lot more than what they've done in the very first over.
Come on, boys.
Tossed up delivery.
Come, Shabim.
Oh, there's a misfield there, and they're not running for it.
I think the effort was there, but just couldn't stop the ball and allowed a single. Interesting, they have actually introduced spin on both sides, so clearly they want the batters to go for it. Mehdi Hassan has played 81 games, picked up 73 wickets, and a very healthy economy of just over 7, with a best of 4 for 22.
Picked up and in the gap. Does it have enough fuel? Yes, it does.
Yes, it has. Lovely shot. I think he played it nicely just between the two fielders, and the ball almost teased both the fielders and crossed over the boundary line for a 4.
They need to do a lot more of these regularly and safely.
Easier said than done, I guess, but good opportunity for both the batsmen to show their capability.
A quick whiff there.
Clearly Shoaib was in two minds. First he thought he should go for a shot. Later on changed his mind and wanted to defend. Before he could change his mind, the ball almost went through.
This time, Earth in line, and the runs have come. I reckon the ball just died outside the boundary line, and the umpire concurs that's a boundary.
Clearly realizing that there's nobody covering that side of the field. Nicely swept for a 4.
As a spinner, you have to be very, very accurate on where you're bowling, especially in the power play. Just have two men fending for you, and in this case, it's a mid-wicket and the long on. Taking a single there.
Obviously the batsman or the batters wanting to look at whether they can really push the fielder for a second. Was not there. Interesting, we saw Bangladesh batters taking a lot more twos in the first 5 overs, and they were really pushing hard.
I'll come to that in a bit. A switch hit and taken. What a catch! What a catch to get rid of Prithvi. He definitely was not anticipating that. A switch hit rather. And they say catches win matches. This definitely is one of those then.
Classic catch. For the fielder, obviously the fielder was not really ready for that switch shot, but then anticipated well and picked it up nicely. Wonderful catch, and made sure that when the hand hits the ground, the ball doesn't pop out. So brilliantly held. The second wicket down with the score at 10. Oman in some sort of trouble.
What Bangladesh have done is they have planned their bowling innings incredibly well. Double spin attack from both the ends. The end of 2 overs. 10 for 2. Oman 11.
The Oman batters must be in a bit of a dilemma, if you go for a shot.
They've gone for one all along the carpet. A boundary coming in.
Nicely timed. The ball had enough legs and crossed the boundary. A much needed 4. And the dilemma is that if you go for an airy shot, there's a very good chance of losing the wicket. But then they need to take full advantage of the power play.
They have to. They have to go. That's what they do. Into the cow corner, one bounce, 4 runs.
Again, the shot was there. And beautifully executed for 4 more.
Nasum had bowled a maiden wicket over the first one, picked up a wicket, and then in this one, the first 2 deliveries that he's bowled, both have gone for boundary.
Clearly, Shoaib taking full advantage of the power play with just 2 fielders outside and not missing out on any opportunity.
Onto the legs, will get a single. The new man in Khalid, he'll be on strike. Those little things that batters do to get into their concentration zone includes strapping and unstrapping of their hand gloves. We saw when Khalid came, kept them unstrapped. Whoa! Respecting the bowler, or is it just that for the cameras that I can play a nice defensive front foot shot?
Just to get a feel, middle the first ball. And then try and see if he can go for the next one. Really? Again, gently played to the gully region. No runs. We are in the 3rd over with the score at 19 for 2. Can Khalid put away for a 4?
Punching it down, and that'll be the end of the over with the dot ball. 3 overs gone, it's 19 for 2. So this is how the batting card looks like. Prithvi Machi, 1 of 2. Akshay Patel, a duck of 2. And Shoaib Khan and Khalid Khail have now tried to get this machinery in action. 19 for 2.
Nasum Ahmed bowled 2 overs, picked up a wicket, giving away 9 runs. And Mehdi Hassan, slightly expensive in his first over, but definitely picked up a wicket. 1 over, 10 runs and 1 wicket. So 3 overs gone, 19 for 2. And change in the bowling.
Getting in the pace attack now from the far end. Is this going to bring about some changes? We'll have to watch. Back of the length delivery, a dot ball.
Walton, one of the top home appliances company from Bangladesh.
And we've known our Bangladeshi friends. They swear by the quality of Walton home appliances, just like they're swearing by the quality of bowling that the Bangladesh 11 have put on display.
And they have really kept it tight, hardly given away anything. Again, pegging the batsman back, not really giving any width. Good pace. Bowling stump to stump, and I think it's important that they don't give any width or room to play, because it's a practice game, and I think it's important that the bowlers also come to play.
Well, where all can you watch us? The broadcasters are Sony 10 in India and Sri Lanka, 10 Sports in Pakistan, T Sports in Bangladesh, Crick Live in UAE. Also, we have got some streaming partners, youtube.com/sportseye. We'll come back to that. Shortish delivery, up in the air. There's a chance. And he drops it. Paddling backwards. Never the most comfortable thing to do.
And for some reason, he just didn't look comfortable. Because I was not getting the comfort at all that he's going to take it. He was not sure. So not sure whether he really judged the ball.
Yes, it was a top edge. So the ball would be swirling. When you're paddling backwards, you need to paddle a little too quickly. so that you get underneath the ball comfortably, so that you can take the catch right in front of you.
And at this level, especially for the Bangladesh team, they should take it because they have a lot more challenging games coming up.
Swing and a miss. He's done well. Bowled those short deliveries really well, created chances. Shoriful
Must be feeling a little bit aggrieved right now.
We're talking about our streaming partners, SportsEye YouTube page, also on Sony Live and Switch TV. So if you're watching this, you know what to tell your friends and family who need to know where to watch this brilliant game that's coming in live from Oman Cricket Academy. Getting those singles going.
Well judged single, quickly taken. And it's important, if the boundaries are not coming, I think it's important that the Omani batsmen look for quick singles, try and see if they can place the ball. But the bowling so far has been really effective.
One more delivery to go in this over. He's done well so far, Shariful.
Just given away 2 runs.
And a single to end the over. 4 overs gone, it's 22 for 2. Oman Cricket Academy, the host for this encounter between Oman 11 and Bangladesh 11. Also the host of the round 1 games of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. What was a scenic ground a month and a half back has been transformed beautifully into a stadium. Yorker and delivery.
The Oman national team has really done well to qualify, beating Ireland in their opening match in 2016 T20 World Cup in Dharamsala. It showed that their qualification journey was not really a fluke.
Right, so Sport Gully, we know that they're the newest fantasy platform and they're available on Android Store. India's newest fantasy platform, the new entrant in the fantasy category. We were talking a while back that if you'd picked up Naeem or Litton, or for that matter, Nusrul, you'd have got a lot of points in your fantasy rankings. He's smiling there, there are happy faces.
Fully justified his inclusion, and that's what you see, the picturesque ground, beautifully lit, and we were fortunate to see what we are seeing today, because a month back all this was just in plans which have been put to place. Almost had given away. Risky single and a direct hit, it was curtains.
Let's need to take those chances, need to go for the big ones, need to do it all. Alright, so for Shoaib, what they've done is they're dropping the long on back. There is a square leg.
Clearly because Shoaib is using the long handle a lot more effectively. This time plays a lot more authentic. Shot off his hips, picks up a single. Talking about Oman and the players to watch when Oman does start its T20 campaign. Bilal Khan and Zishan Maqsood, two very popular names, and Naseem Khushi, Oman's most explosive death overs hitters. And I'm sure we will all be looking forward to the start of the T20 campaign in this very ground.
This time into the gap and a couple of bounces into the fence. That's a boundary.
Clearly the shot was there and very well executed in the vacant area and got a 4.
It was Khalid at this point of time. Got in that position early. Beautiful swing of the bat.
The good thing is anything that is short is being punished.
That's why he bowls a fuller one.
I think Saif should be fortunate that the ball hit the pad. Over gone. 29 for 2 after 5. Welcome Suhas. Neil has taken a short break.
Thank you very much, Sundaram. Shariful's not happy. He expected more from the fielders on that occasion. And despite losing 2 wickets early, it's been a good fight back by Oman 11. But they need to continue to do so. Wanted to utilize the field restrictions early on. Yes, the fight back has helped for that matter. The field restrictions, that has helped. Mushfiqur Rahim couldn't perform with a bat in hand, would want to put that extra mile on the field. That bouncer, that stare after the bouncer. Statement exchanged.
Looking at the square leg umpire to see if the height was too much. Well, that's 1 for the over. And the one recommendation probably that I would like to give ICC to consider is give the bowler a little bit more ammunition and make it 2 and over, because now the batsman knows the second bouncer will not come. Just falling short. That ball was flicked and the fielder nicely placed there for that shot. Slightly uppish, but fortunately for Khalid, the ball fell short. Your views, Suhas, on 2 bounces and over?
Yeah, we discussed that yesterday. You have a different view, I have a different view altogether. For the moment, Shoaib knows that there isn't another one coming in this over. And that's a delivery that's not going to get the benefit of whatever the surface has to give you.
Taken on full toss on the legs, but probably hitting the toe end of the bat and just
Over.
Yes, singles are important, but I think they do need some lusty hitting as well, because the run rate is creeping up.
Very good delivery. The bat trying to give what is a sports time match ball content. This game, you have to subscribe, press that red big button, subscribe to youtube.com/sportseye and answer the question in the comment section box. One lucky winner will get the signed match ball by whosoever is the man of the match.
33 for 2. The last ball of the power play coming up.
And the last ball of the power play yields a wicket. Shoriful has the last laugh. He was cramping the batsman for room. The batsman was trying to manufacture his own. Gets a thick edge. The keeper does the rest.
Shoaib thought that probably he can play over the slips, trying to cut it, but then it took a fine edge and safely pouched by the wicketkeeper. Must be very disappointed with that dismissal. Oman losing the third wicket.
He's given away a start. That'll pinch him a lot. Third wicket gone for Oman. 32 on the board. Khalid Kale, 7 of 13. The team needed more from him on the given day.
Got a start but couldn't build on it. And
Bangladeshi fans are overjoyed. Why wouldn't they be? 32 for 3 Oman now.
fully under pressure.
Posting a target over 200 and then picking up 3 wickets within the first 6. Bangladesh have done a brilliant job. Captain Kaleem walks to the middle along with Shoaib now. The fans are enjoying this day of cricket.
Because what they have been witness to is some brilliant batting by the Bangladesh batsmen or batters, and equally supported by some very good bowling. So far in the first 6 overs, hardly giving any width to the Oman batsman. Ahmed Kaleem now coming into bat. He's played 36 games, scored 518 runs at a strike rate of 113.59, 114.
Initial thoughts were entertained with the second run, then the thoughts faded away with a quick throw coming in.
The fielding has been very tight. And the Bangladeshi fielders have not given an inch. And in most cases, they have restricted the Oman batsman to a single. And when you look at the first 10 overs that Bangladeshi batsmen were playing, they were taking singles and converting ones to twos at will.
Yes, hitting it inside the 30-yard circle as well. They knew how hard they've hit it. Kaleem's up and running. Good fielding there. Well, he's got to be careful. Mushfiqur Rahim.
Yeah, probably Oman must also be wary of the fact that they don't want to lose a wicket in this fashion. Run out is the last thing that they want. But at this point in time, obviously, there's a lot of pressure built on the batsman.
It's that phase of the game where these two need to ensure that the runs are ticking, even if it's not the biggest of denominations yet. Once again, a single.
They need to score almost 173 of 13.3 overs.
Yes.
So that's already a tall order. And there's absolutely no width on offer, no mercy.
They've been excellent on the field, Bangladesh, today, except for that drop catch. Lengths have been wonderful, lines have been excellent. Fielding effort, well, wanted to duck under it. It's hit him on the helmet.
Yes, it has gone for a 4, but I think as per the recent protocol, it's important that the batsman is quickly looked at.
Yes, he will be assessed. It's hit him on the head. Remember, the protocol is that the physio comes out as well. He checks, the doctor comes out, checks if he's fine. Now, wanted to duck under it, got it flush on the helmet.
Probably didn't bounce the way it didn't bounce as much as probably he expected it to.
And he didn't duck as much as he thought he wanted to.
Probably brushed the shoulder, hit the helmet, and we'll go through the mandatory check.
Yes. Even after 4 or 5 deliveries, he feels a little dizzy. He's allowed to tell the umpire, I'm not 100% for the moment. Yes, he's also checking there that the helmet is good enough or not. Otherwise, that'll also be changed.
Absolutely, it's important that all precautions are taken. Looks to be fine.
You also have a check where the doc puts up his finger and then asks the batsman to follow it as he moves it sideways. Looks for something in the gaze. That's Sufyan Mahmood's brother.
Good to see him. And we had some great representations. Some wonderful crowd today. Being a Friday here. Enjoying this game of cricket.
Nice change in pace. Only one of them wants a run. This could be trouble at the non-strikers, and direct hit, and he would have continued that run all the way to the pavilion.
Absolutely no run there. There was there was no run, and the ball was hit straight to the fielder, and probably trying his luck a little bit too much. He will consider himself to be very lucky to have escaped.
Was a goner by a mile. Keeping the pressure on here. Bangladesh, well, that'll be chipped over the infield eventually. Content with a single. Kalim's got some thinking to do. That was a genuine leading edge.
How lucky was that? Thankfully all the fielders were inside the circle. So, no damage done. 7 gone, 40 for 3. This match coming to you live from Oman Cricket Academy. Oman chasing a score of 208 of 20 overs to win. Are at 40 for 3 after 7.
Today the surface has behaved excellently. Yesterday too. Quick single will be taken. Now we've talked about the surfaces. They behaved wonderfully for this game of cricket to happen. The ground ensuring, yes, these are the heroes called the ground staff. Give us those thumbs up. Yes, those highs, victory signs. And why not? They've worked day in and day out to ensure brilliant games of cricket are on offer for everyone to see. That's because the surfaces have been magnificent to play cricket on.
And more so if you have seen the cyclone that hit this part of the world last week.
Yes, that was there.
There was something on it, says the bowler. It was a half-hearted appeal from the keeper. Litton smiles. And Hassan's also just saying, I joined in because you went up. Not that I believed.
Looked like a small deflection. I don't know. Probably looked like it hit the bat, but then the umpire's decision is final.
There's a lone ranger. Mushfiqur Rahim. The deep square of the wicket. He'll cut it off, ensure it's only a single. It's important from Shoaib's point of view that Amir keeps going, doesn't eat his balls. 3 or 5, Amir. Shoaib has got the game to accelerate when required. Recent representation was the big team, the main team, Oman. Shoaib was a part of it, couldn't perform with a bat in hand, opened the innings. We want to get a lot of confidence flowing with innings at this stage to try and knock the doors of the senior team as well once again.
Yes, boy.
Kalim for 2 times has tried to hit the ball on the leg side, but the ball has evaded him completely.
The ball really rushed through. And what probably Oman need to do definitely is that, see if they can pick up 2 or 3 singles and wait for the loose one. They just can't afford to block deliveries right now because the scoring has been pretty slow. Wonderful over. 8 gone, 42 for 3.
This has been the batting effort so far from Oman 11. Prithvi Kumar Machi went early, just 1 or 2, not good enough. Akshay Patel went without troubling the scorer. Shoaib Khan still there, battling it out, ensuring he gets his team to a commendable position. Khalid Kale was a short stay for him. Amir Kaleem, the captains, joined Shoaib Khan, and Amir Kaleem's taking a bit of time. This can be a spot of bother for Oman 11. Abdul Rauf, the keeper, is yet to come. Khurram Khan can bat. There's some batting to come for sure, but you want all those batsmen to be less under pressure. Can these two in the middle provide the partnership they require? That line will have to be recalibrated by the bowler. Shaume Sarkar.
Down the leg side, giving away wide. Where is the next boundary going to come from? That's something which must be working in the minds of the 2 batters. Shaume Sarkar has played 65 matches.
Leading edge, false shot. There was an opportunity at the non-striker's end. There was no call. There was no indication that the throw should be at the non-strikers. It's the fielder himself who's assessed the situation quickly and offered the throw.
Because probably Shoaib thought that, maybe it could be a catch. So he was not sure. So he didn't run.
Now there was no big start from Amir. Once it went in the air, Amir was also ball watching. He was concerned if the ball would carry. Shoaib was also concerned. In the bargain, one of them had to be stranded. This is another quick single. Direct hit, but the bat was dragged. The crowd is getting into the act for every single as well, because that single is not a struggle against strain. Bangladesh making Oman 11 work for their runs.
Every run is a challenge for Oman right now. The batting has really been put to test. And the scoring has been just around 5 and over so far. And the bowling as well as the fielding has been exceptional.
Kaleem struggling with his footwork. Neither forward nor backward, just stood there. Soumya Sarkar doesn't mind. It's a very good delivery from him. That length is going to trouble the batsman more often than not. It's not a fluent Kaleem who's turned up to there. And that can hurt Oman if he doesn't get going soon.
It's probably a good decision for him to come forward a little bit. Just cut the swinger.
That's cut well. The call's for a single only because the ball travelled quickly to a wide-ish third man. Lines have been excellent today from Bangladesh.
Absolutely.
11.
Absolutely, and I think the Bangladeshi bowlers are getting a lot more from the pitch as compared to when Oman was bowling.
Historically, we've seen the chasing becomes a little easier when the lights come on. This particular round. But it's always difficult if the lines are such. Constant pressure, wickets falling in bunches. One falls, then the other. Slight bloom in a partnership. It's gone through with that pull. There is protection for that shot.
Right now, the Oman batsmen are only finding fielders everywhere. And for all the efforts, they are just getting a single.
Bangladesh has done a brilliant job of keeping Shoaib quiet for a while. He's the man who can hit boundaries at will. To be keeping him quiet, also ensuring runs don't flow from Amir's bat. They're adding pressure. Mushfiqur Rahim, what a star he is for his side. Would want to make a difference with fielding effort today. Usually you see him don the gloves as well. White ball signal. Soumya Sarkar is going to re-ball this one. There's also one for the over.
Clearly the captain looking happy so far for the effort. Again, I thought that was a bit harsh.
Soumya Sarkar has done well so far. Can he close it out well? He'll yield another single. Amir Khalil still searching for the middle of the bat. He's looking at the bat in disbelief. But yes, there is a middle. He'll reassure once he looks at it. 9 overs gone, 48 for 3.
The going has been pretty slow. 9 overs gone, 48 for 3. And the bowling card coming up. Nasul Ahmed bowled 2 overs, gave away 9 runs and picked up a wicket. Mehdi Hassan, 2 overs 12 and picked up a wicket. Shariful Aslam, 2 overs, 6 runs and a wicket. Saifuddin, 2 overs and 11 runs. And Soumya Sarkar completed the last over, gave away 6 singles. Oman 48 for 3 after 9.
Afif is going to be the bowler.
Clearly, the Bangladesh captain is giving chances to all the bowlers to roll their arms.
Kaleem's yet to get going. Once again, a little too hard on that ball. A single taker. They got Neil down there. It's someone very important, very special.
Beside me at the sidelines is Saeed Kes, a former member of the Oman cricket team. Said, aren't you proud of what Oman cricket has achieved in all these years?
Absolutely. It's been a very, very long journey, and to be where we are today is truly marvelous and super exciting.
Tell us about your journey with Oman cricket.
So my journey, I started playing cricket at a very early age when I was living in Oxford at the age of 9. And I played county cricket in Oxfordshire for about 3 or 4 years. And then, as I was telling you, moved on to Moorfield. I had the pleasure of playing with people like Simon Jones, an opening bowler, Dean Kosker, Luke Sutton, who both played for Glamorgan and Somerset, respectively.
It's a fantastic company you had right up there. When you came to Oman back again, played with the side, led the side. Tell us about that journey.
Well, when I came back to Oman, they'd realized that Oman had been playing cricket for quite a while in the UK. And I was lucky enough to become vice president of the board. 3-4 months later, I didn't realize I'd be back on the field, and it was rejuvenating my career all over again, and it was very tough. I must say I took a gap for quite a while, and so when I came back, I was playing with a white ball. And of course, I never played with a white ball, and it's a bit more tricky than a nice cherry ball in the UK.
So now that you've seen Oman cricket grow on from the position till what we have today, hosting the World Cup, being someone who's played for the country, it feels like a moment of pride, isn't it, hosting the World Cup?
It's a dream. I think I never expected the World Cup cricket to be in Oman, and just have everyone here and to really push cricket in Oman, and having such an event will definitely help us progress.
Talking on progress, who are the young boys in the side that you want everyone to keep their eyes on?
Well, I think quite a few of them are on the pitch right now, and they're upcoming. They haven't made the certain amount of years to play for the national team, but I think it's a great chance for them to play against the Bangladesh team and show what they have and what we have to bring out in the future.
And one name from the current side?
I mean, without being biased, I say Jatinder is a very good friend, and I really started playing with him. I saw him come in at a very young age, and where he's reached today and his maturity is just is an amazing thing to watch.
Well, thank you so much for chatting up with us. Looking forward to see you in and around the ground more often.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.
Thank you. So that was Saeed Kes. What we'll do is head to the comm box right up.
Thank you, Neil. A struggling Kaleem will make his way back to the pavilion. That brings Khurram Nawaz to the middle. Wicket at the right time for Bangladesh 11. They did not let the two batsmen get going. Nice and slow. Backed himself to clear the fielder. A simple catch in the end. A good boundary awareness too.
And what you've seen is that, throughout the first 10 overs, Bangladesh field placement has been absolutely brilliant. And that has not allowed Oman batters to, free their arms and play their shots. For all the effort, they have just been getting singles, which has not been enough. And midway through, they are at 52 for 4. And a tall order right now.
Yes, 52 for 4 in 10. The crowd is still swelling. The word is out that Bangladesh 11 are doing their best to be back in the game. There's support for Oman, of course. Yes, those waves, they realize that they're on camera. What an idea having. Absolutely thrilled. They saw a barrage of sixes. Saw some excellent catching. They're getting their money's worth.
And there's nothing better than watching a game live on the ground, and a ground such like the one that we are in right now.
It's very picturesque. You come in the day, it's a different kind of a beauty. You come in the night with the lights on, it's a different kind of a beauty.
Absolutely. Daytime, you will see a lot more mountains in the background.
There's those majestic Al Hajar ranges looking at you playing cricket. It's a brilliant setting indeed.
This ground can accommodate around 3,000 people.
And you can expect those 3,000 roaring. The T20 World Cup around the corner. This ground getting ready for the mega event. Construction going on smoothly and quickly. For the moment, Soumya Sarkar trying to deconstruct this innings of Oman. How does Shoaib approach this innings now? Khurram is new to the crease. But the required rate is on the higher side. He needs to bring it back under control.
It's almost close to 50 and over, so it's going to be a huge ask. What is important is that, Oman doesn't get bundled out. So they must play the full quota. Khurram Khan has played 15 games and has 216 runs to his name at a very healthy strike rate of 117. And has got a 50, and definitely Oman wouldn't mind that today.
Khurram Khan needs to bat out of his skin. I just get a feeling if Shoaib's going to hang around and play the anchor's role, somebody has to play that extra pair of hands. Big appeal. At the end of the appeal, there was a smile exchange between Soumya Sarkar and the umpire.
Probably an inside edge? Or was it the height?
I think it was the height. Also,
Yeah,
will
also
run down
going
the
down
next
the next
side.
side, yeah.
Rajesh is just smiling, suggesting there are only 3 sticks. Do you see the 4th, the 5th? Khurram Nawaz. First ball, a shout. He's got to regain that concentration. Soumya Sarkar has the upper hand at the moment. What's this going to be? He's itchy to get off the mark. There wasn't a single to be given. Good work by the fielders. They're not standing at the edge of the 30-yard circle. They're standing well inside, at least 10 yards inside, because they know that a new man in Khurram will look for a single to get off the mark.
And the fielders want to make sure that he doesn't get off the mark and keep the pressure on.
On that occasion, it was Mushfiqur Rahim himself.
The run rate climbing to 16.5 and over.
Oh, he's got it from the middle of the bat. And that ball will whiz past the fielders for 6.
This is exactly what we are waiting for. And Khurram Khan is obviously known for his big hitting and truly trying to live up to his reputation. What a majestic 6.
He's come out with positive intent. There was a shout off the first ball. He's brushed it aside, saw the ball in his zone, and then said it doesn't deserve to stay in the park. The plan is also clear. Khurram Khan will bat the way he usually does. Ball eventually retrieved. The ball's not only seen one boundary row but two. That customary wipe to remove. Yes, you got to remove the makeup of the ball. The customary wipe ensuring that it's free of any virus.
Question: Does it alter the ball in any way because you're using a wet pipe?
It's a wet wipe, yes, but it's nowhere close to saliva. What the world's concerned at the moment is a piece of leather has no virus.
Absolutely.
Very good follow-up delivery. Knows that he's been hit for a 6. Then the delivery which floated a little, he's changed the pace too. Soumya Sarkar, every time the bowlers have cut down on the room given and pitched it in a very good area, the batsmen have struggled indeed. Either trying to go create that room they've gotten out, or it has been a dot ball.
Clearly realizing that this is not the pitch where you should try and bowl short. Just pitch it up to the batsman, peg them back, not give them any width or room.
Now 5 balls are gone. Khurram's already scored a 6. I won't be surprised if he's trying to pull this one as well. Length wasn't there, it was a double bluff. The fielder was sent back in case there is a pull, but the length wasn't there to be pulled. Khurram will pick up a single and retain strike in the bargain. 11 overs gone. 60 for 4. Walton.
Next over 5.
Eleven overs gone. 60 for 4. Khurram's injected some momentum with that 6, but he needs to do that time in, time out. Again and again. The kids are enjoying this.
And that's exactly what you want to see, because you do want kids to come out, because last year and a half they would have hardly had a chance to go out of the house.
Oh, yes, boy.
And what better way than being on the ground watching a good game of cricket.
Walton, one of the top home appliance companies from Bangladesh. Our Bangladesh friends swear by the quality of Walton's home appliances.
As much as the Bangladeshi fan who must be swearing in the name of the batsmen and bowlers now.
4. Shoaib ensuring that the much needed boundary comes early in the over.
Played it late, played it nicely for a 4.
Wasn't very short. The batsman had to pierce the gap, does so with ease. Once again, it's how much width is good enough, how much width is too much. This is the question that's always asked of the bowler. Straight full, that throw is a statement, not a necessity.
Always difficult for a batsman to score if the ball is actually on the stumps. There was a little bit of a width.
This game's nicely spicing up, isn't it? 6 of the previous over, already a boundary in there.
Finish all 5.
Getting a word of advice, Shamim, from the keeper. 6 runs have come off this over. Boundary, then a couple of singles early on. Then, of course, this one. Make it 7. The plan was to give 1, is 2 on. And they'll settle for a single. 12 overs gone, 67 for 4. Oman need to get a move on. Shamim gives away 7 in his first over.
Hmm? 67 for 4 after 12. The onus is pretty much on Khurram to take the bull by its horn, spin on his back, and maybe if Khurram gives Nasum a twang and hits him for a couple of sixes, bring the excitement back.
Well, these two batsmen have got to target someone. Nasum's bowling a lovely line. Just enough air to keep the batsman enticed to go for the big shot. Not much either.
2 minds. And what we have seen today is very disciplined bowling.
Yes. India's newest fantasy platform, Sports Gully, available on Android store. Sports Gully is the new entrant in the fantasy category. To download the app, make your team. Lone appeal. The appeal turns to a plead, ending with a genuine smile from the umpire that eventually spreads. Would have gone down the leg side, and that's exactly why the keeper wasn't appealing. He knew. Now there was a slight hesitation, but Khurram will make it in the end.
Clearly Nasum wanted to put pressure on the umpire, but that ball would have definitely missed the leg stump. And a quick single picked up, and giving the strike back to Khurram. Can he get a 6?
They've been shouting at the top of their voices for Oman. Another very good single. That's a ground to cover for Rafif, but he does well, ensuring it's only a single. Then overthrow. And they won't run off the overthrow. 13 overs gone, 71 for 4. The word is out of the game is on. Crowds and guests, both of them, ensuring they turn up in good numbers at this picturesque Oman Cricket Academy.
The Bangladeshi supporters have also gone very quiet. We haven't heard them much as we heard them in the first innings.
I tell you what, it doesn't take much time for them to turn up their volumes. It's a matter of a wicket or even a couple of dot balls, and then you'll see them slowly fluttering into action.
Oh, the mask, I think it's important for all of us to be safe.
Yes, while they were being checked, it was also ensured that they were vaccinated.
So all precautions were taken before they were allowed into the ground.
Gloriously driven. Is this the boundary that was very much required? Yes, it is.
Beautifully played, and the ball was there at the driving length, and nicely executed for a boundary. Much weighted and beautifully executed. So it moves to 43.
Has been out of touch for a while, needed an innings of this kind. He's not only injected belief in himself, but is
too close to the body and trying to play. But I think he should consider himself lucky that he didn't get a nick.
Saif would be telling himself as he walks back to the mark to bowl his nest that any other day that could have hit the stumps off the bat. Shoaib Khan, 6 boundaries. He's pierced the gap well today in the first 6 as well. Got a little bit of elevation. And a strike rate 110.26 just tells you that, yes, he's scoring more runs than the balls consumed, but he needs to up the ante now. This could be trouble. This is Harakiri indeed. Only Shoaib wanted the run. Khurram Nawaz stayed put. A simple the miles out. Khurram never started running. Khurram was always saying no.
I think Khurram was ball watching and Shoaib was running, so quite unfortunate.
Shoaib completing a single all by himself, but that won't be counted. 43 of 40. A good innings comes to an end, but just at the wrong time for Oman, when Shoaib was looking to up the ante. Much needed wicket for Bangladesh, because getting rid of Shoaib would mean more pressure for Oman, because Khurram has to go. Sharp work on this. Again, sharp work. Inside the circle, it's been brilliant.
The ball was hit straight. To be honest with you, I think probably it was too ambitious for the batter to go for a single.
Would have been tough for Khurram.
Definitely would have been tough for Khurram to reach, because he was ball watching. And if he had just closed his eyes and run, probably he would have just about made it, but it was still risky. So, yeah, I don't think there was a single.
Mehran's new man in. And Mehran gets it in the gap. Will start to tick. Target of 208. Bangladesh 11 have done well on the field to make 208 look like 218.
T Sports in Bangladesh and Cricket Live in UAE. Our streaming partners, youtube.com/sportseye, Sony Live and Switch TV. Live from Oman Cricket Academy at Al Amirat. You have all the options to watch this game live.
He's rattled timber. Khan misses, Saif doesn't.
Wonderfully bowled Yorker. This is exactly what any bowler wants to do. And Oman sliding down further. Probably too much to ask for. Khurram Khan, 11 of 11.
That partnership had to bloom. None of them did.
Bangladesh clearly getting a lot out of this game. Both the batsmen and the bowlers have done an exceptional job. At 76 for 6 in the 14th over, with run rate, required run rate at almost 21 and a half. Definitely it looks really daunting.
Mushfiqur Rahim getting to that ball quickly. Raw for new man in. Mehran's just faced a delivery. Things are looking very difficult for Oman from here. Mushfiqur Rahim, he's had a good day on the field, not with a bat in hand.
14 gone, 76 for 6.
That's been the game so far for you. Bangladesh 11 were put into bat. In the 20 overs, they scored will fetch them a single. He's not happy. Mehran Khan wanted to get the sweeter part of the willow behind that ball.
Mighty swing, getting just an edge and picking up a single. Lots of singles definitely in this innings. Oman innings. Just a few boundaries so far.
Will be another single. Walton one of the top home appliance companies from Bangladesh, and our Bangladeshi friends are swearing by the quality of Walton home appliances. That will find the fence and he'll hit Walton. Nice on the four. That boundary will get some momentum. The flags of Oman are flying once again. Oman need more of these.
Another sweep, another single. Keep 1 year on. Has a mighty swing and again gets a single of the last ball. 15 gone, 85 for 6.
Bangladesh 11 were asked to bat, and Naeem Sheikh 66 of 53 decided to take a break by getting retired hurt. He just walked off, said I've spent enough time in the middle now. Liton Das was excellent up top, 53 of 33, producing that valuable knock with Naeem Sheikh. Then sixers were tonked towards the end to take the score to 207. Oman were asked to score 208. At the moment, slightly derailed, or even not slightly, but lot derailed. 15 overs, 85 for 6. 123 required. The required rate has crept up. It's become 24.
23 required of 30.
It's asking 4 sixes in an over, or at least 3 sixes and singles and twos. Who is it going to be for Oman 11 to be providing those? Here's Mehdi Hassan. It was so effortless. No, batting is not that simple, Mehran Khan. Off the back foot, generates power, elevation. Wow, he is a special batsman. Magical hit indeed. There was a fielder lurking in the deep. There was a sense of irreverence for that fielder too.
We need 20 more sixes to get anywhere closer to the victory. 1 down, 19 to go.
Mehran Khan and Rauf have decided that aerial route has to be the route to get to anywhere close to 208. Yes, why wouldn't they be overjoyed? The team is doing well. They've been offered some excellent cricket to watch, getting their money's worth. They waited for so long to see Bangladesh here, the Bangladeshi fans. And Oman fans are also enjoying this little counter-attack. Mehran Khan misses it completely. That doesn't bounce either. Mehran was looking skywards towards mid-wicket, then realized hasn't made contact with the ball at all. Change in voices here. Joined by Neil.
Thank you so much, Suhas. There, what an effort. Give him 10 points for effort.
With all his heart, the dive comes in. Everyone applauding. This is the kind of effort that Mehdi Hassan wanted. A poor delivery being backed up by the fielders.
Mehran 10 of 6. You are in line and you'll be punished. When you have a fielder like that manning your boundary, well, you're lucky. Alright, not the visuals that you'd want to watch. 94 for 6 in 15.3. Current run rate of 6.06, required 25.33. They need to hit 5 sixes every over.
It's very difficult. It's not that kind of a track either where you can come in and tonk the ball away unless you have the natural ability to clear any boundary. If you're a batsman who relies on touch and timing, it's going to be a little difficult to come in and hit. Sports Gully, India's newest fantasy platform, available on Android store. Sports Gully is the new entrant in the fantasy category. So quickly go download the app, make your teams and win big.
Well, that's right. Ensure that you pick the right men for the right job.
Sense that Mehran Khan was going deep inside the crease, gives him a delivery that he cannot get underneath of.
Smart bowling, I would say. You don't need to be turning the ball a mile. Play with the mind of the batsman.
Mehdi Hassan's given him the room, and the room will result in a 6. Mehran Khan gets the second out of his willow, teasing the same fielder at long on.
That's right. That brings up the 100 for Oman 11. 101 for 6. Width on offer and whacked it was. Maximum. End of the 16th on 101 for 6.
There's a camera lens amongst all those waves. It's difficult for him to get the clean shot. I hope he did. Now he'll start with a wave too. He's contributed as a photographer for himself. Now he'll contribute as a fan. Men, women of all ages enjoying this game. And if my lip reading is right, they're saying Oman, Oman. Doesn't really matter what's on the scorecard. What matters is what's in their heart.
No doubts about that. I'm sure they'll be coming in to cheer when their side plays at the biggest stage of international cricket, the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, and Oman winning the hosting rights. What a moment, what a phenomenal moment in the lifetime of everyone who's watched, played or supported cricket in this part of the world.
It's a dream moment for any associate nation to be hosting a mega event like a T20 World Cup. That's where Oman have done a brilliant job. The trust is earned only when you produce good cricket, good infrastructure, and a love for that sport throughout, year after year. And Oman's done exactly that. Very good delivery. The ball is still wondering if the stumps could have been a little taller.
Oman Cricket Academy. Well, your chance to win. Big, a signed match ball by the man of the match of this game. Who was Bangladesh's first T20 captain? That's the question. Subscribe to youtube.com/sportseye, that's SportsEye's YouTube page, and answer the question in the comment section and win this signed match ball by the man of the match of today's game.
Straight to the fielders. Required rate is creeping and creeping. It's that phase of the game where Oman 11 are wondering if 11 men have to be on the field. Can we just do with 2 or 3? They've got to go the aerial route.
Well, yes, sir. Tie the ball to a drone as soon as it hits the bat. Take it up beyond the fielders. That's what they would be hoping.
Doesn't need to play at those. Will get another opportunity to play the same delivery. White ball signal. Shoriful erring in line length.
Empire signalling 1 for the over. The batsman would now understand that's not going to be 1 for the over once the umpire has said that. the batter also understands that maybe the bowler is going to bowl a fuller one.
He's standing deep inside his crease. If that's the case, charging towards the bowler, straight to the fielder, but the fielder searches for the ball after fielding it. The batsman will go for the run. Roff has also looked a little rough. Runner ball 8, where a big innings was required. He wanted to go big from the word go. Mehran Khan at the other end is doing something that his team deserves and requires at the moment. 19 of 9. He needs to be batting out of his skins to get anywhere near that total. More appointments with the boundary rope the ball needs to have.
Required run rate of 30 now. And bang! Up in the air! It's got the height, not the distance. Fielder circling underneath and takes a catch. It was a difficult one when the ball goes that high, but finally the catch is taken. Wicket gone.
The crowd erupts as a magnificent catch is completed. And so is Mehran's innings. That went very, very high. As high as the mountains Al Hajar alongside. But eventually when the ball did return, it was cupped by a safe pair of hands. Mehran cannot believe it. If only runs were given for height. 16.4.
103 for 7 and 16.4. A long way to go. The dwindling flame of the Oman 11.
The dwindling flame is struggling at the moment because the storm called Bangladesh 11 is approaching quickly. Show him the maker's name. He's come in as if he's been set already.
Beautifully played. Smacked handsomely. Very first ball dispatched.
The two kinds of batsmen in this game. The two kinds of batsmen. One who's struggling to get going. Another finds the sweetest spot of the bat. Warms the coach's cockles. And also ensures that he gets it straight from the textbook. That's got height, but there's a fielder as well. Had to take that tough call whether to jump and take the catch or hang back. Couldn't do either.
Well, as these are difficult choices to make. 17 overs gone. It's a Nelson for 7 for Oman 11.
Concerned. I'm pretty sure they're telling themselves it's a matter of 3 balls and not 3 overs.
Well, maybe Bangladesh 11 is looking to close this game at the earliest. But the challenge here for Oman 11 is to probably set a target in mind. Think of this target as, say, maybe 150 and try to chase it down. Play a mini game within yourself. The coach probably would have told them, listen, go ahead and play this game like you're chasing 150 and not 200 plus. Maybe then challenge yourself to play this game out.
Well, that's one of the biggies of the night. It'll be invited into the crowd. Yes, that's exactly what he wanted. He's shown him the stumps. They're going for it.
Came across the line. Ball was a middle stump line delivery. Picked it up and smacked it with all the power. Rafiullah, he's the new man in. Plays the first delivery for a maximum. If this is what he scores, he's scoring at 600. Fantastic strike rate, isn't it?
Fantastic strike rate after a fantastic stroke. It is chose to follow the batsman, and that's where Sarkar went wrong. Bowler goes wrong, the ball went a long, long way. Rafiul is packing some power as well. It's very difficult to hit a first ball 6. Definitely not in that fashion. It's not the easiest to do so.
He's a big guy. He's a big guy, Rafiullah. When he connects, we saw what happens.
To the night, it took off. The piece of leather was a little dot in this vast black sky. Look how high it went. Rafiullah gave it all. You've got to write a thank you note to the cameraman for doing a brilliant job indeed to follow that leather which was growing smaller and smaller as it went further. One thing sure, the ball is back. It'll be given a wipe, taking that piece of cement as well, the layer of cement it would have.
Well, I'm so sure that T20 leagues around the world would be watching this game and would be watching this man who's hit 2 sixes in 2 deliveries. Rafiullah. This is the kind of explosive power teams look for when they are scouting for talents for the T20 league teams.
Absolutely, and narrow that T20 as well, make it T10, he'll still make it to the side it seems. It's the effortless shots that he's getting from the middle of the bat. The sense of ease he brings to his play. 2 of 2. There is some irreverence to the leg stump. Wide ball signal is ball. It's a no ball. It's a no ball.
Yes, the ball pitching outside the pitch.
Yeah, so they're just telling him quietly. Mushfiqur Rahim is also telling Soumya Sarkar quietly that the ball pitched at the pitch which was played yesterday, not today.
A free hit in play. Legal deliveries were sent packing. We can only imagine what will happen when he plays a free hit.
Yes, the even management. Lakshita, sir, towards your leftmost. Then Mr. Ajit. You have Musa Bhai in that wonderful kurta. You have Guru, sir, towards the rightmost. The calls for 2, but the 2 is not on. Saif was quickly onto the ball.
It was a good delivery for a free hit ball in the block hole. Well dug out. Got a single.
Is a man in purple, Mr. Guru. And all smiles standing there is Shreyas. And then, of course, what I call him is Noor / Masood, because both the 2 men who look very alike. And to top it off, they wear masks most of the time. They've got the same build as well. When I identify them as Noor, he says, no, I'm Masood. When I say, hi, Masood bhai, he pulls his mask down quietly and says, hi, I'm Noor. Sometimes I feel it is Noor. He's doing that just to pull my leg.
You spent a lot of time here, haven't you? What, 12 years?
12 years. No, it's been about a month, but it doesn't feel like a month because we've been offered some cricket of highest order. And of course the hospitality has been brilliant, isn't it?
The most hospitable people.
Leg stump means asking for trouble. Nice low full toss. It still had to be put away by the long frame, tall frame of this man. He does well. He does well in the end. Puts back to ball.
17 runs he's made of just 5 deliveries. Look at that. Low full toss on the leg stump. Dispatched. Beyond 1 over that was sent out. The last over of the innings.
Where were you hiding, Rafiullah? That's the question every Oman fan's asking at the moment. Where were you hiding? Is also gently written on an envelope that I might be ready for higher cricket to be played. The flags of Oman are out again after this. Yes, it's got height. Will fall safely as well. A little slap to the ball to make it stay inside the play area. That'll do. 2 more runs taken. That means Rafi will not be on strike for the next over. Brilliant over for Oman comes to an end. 132 for 7.
Right, so Bangladesh 11 batting first. For 207 for the loss of 5 wickets, while Oman 11, 132 for 7. 76 required of 12 deliveries. That's mathematically not possible, but some lovely performance coming in from the Oman 11 batters. Shoaib Khan 43 of 40, Mehran Khan 19 of 10, and now Rafiullah. He's turning the heat on 19 of 6, and mind you, 2 more overs to go from here on. We're guaranteed some entertainment.
If Rafiullah sticks around, why not? Bangladesh 11 still got to believe, yes, this game's in their pocket, but remember it's a warm-up game as well. It's a good time to test themselves and say, we will pick up 3 wickets before the allotted 20. Good slower delivery. Might see this more often towards the death. Mixing it up nicely, Shariful.
Good.
Walton, one of the top home appliance companies from Bangladesh. Our Bangladesh friends swear by the quality of the Walton home appliances that they buy. Next time we're in Dhaka, we know where to go to buy the home appliance for ourselves.
That's right. Walton it is. Going to be for now Shariful. He bowls full, almost a full toss, and the ball will slow down before it reaches the fielder. Rafiullah is still off strike. They take a couple.
It's a very good shot to get there in time, but will not get him the required result. Who was Bangladesh's first T20 captain? He still got time to answer this. Subscribe to youtube.com/sportseye and answer the question in the comment section box of the live broadcast of this particular game. One lucky winner, which might be you, can win the signed match ball by the man of the match.
Shot delivery up in the air. Fielder coming underneath and will take it. That will be the end of Rauf. He's going a little slow for this occasion. A shortish delivery, well directed bouncer. He couldn't get out of the way. All he had to do was play that ball, inflicting that little hint of pain when he saw that ball going to the hand of the fielder.
Didn't get enough on it. Very good catch. Had his eyes on the ball till the last moment. Believed that he'll be converting that into a catch and did so in the end. Excellent job by Nasum. Abdul Rauf will walk for 19 or 14. 3 boundaries in that 19, but what was required from him was a little more than a strike. Rate of 135 for sure. That it's that bit too late for Oman.
That's right. But from my perspective, when you're going out to chase a score which is 200 plus, and at the back of the mind, yes, you want to go ahead and chase it down, but realistically speaking, I'm sure the think tank would be, let's look at an approachable target. Let's look at a target which is more realistic. It's Oman 11. It's not their first side. So they would want to probably look at a target of say 150. If they get 150, it's a moral victory for this side.
Okay, Rafael has decided that 3-6 mean nothing to me. Shoaib has also decided to follow the batsman, as most of the bowlers have done. This game for Rafael is about how many more sixes can he hit, how much more entertainment can he provide, and how much further in the minds of the selectors can he go.
Also, you must try and see the kind of bat that he's using.
You still believe it's a bat? It's a sledgehammer. That'll go the distance as well, and it's not even from the middle of the bat. An edge is carried to over the fence. Rafiullah is speaking only one language.
Well, yes, sir. That language has only one word. It's called six.
And it's also got a reply in sign language with the arms lifted up of the umpire.
There you go. He's wearing the jersey number 6 as well. Add that to the coincidence. But that bat is a massively used bat. A well-oiled, well-knocked bat. It's not a new bat, I tell you.
It's got the doctor's tape. It's got the oil as well. Well, that's from the middle too. But it will be having enough in the end. A jumping Afif can only do so much. We had Mr. Sundaram hold his hand out, expecting the ball to come to him and complete the catch. But the catch in the commentary box is still 6.
19 gone, 146 for 8 with that one. Just dying, but had enough wheels on it to go for a maximum. What a good looking shot there. Brilliant, a 6er to end the over.
(31 of 9, Rafiullah. You got to promote him up the order next time round.
Well, I'm so sure that the selectors and the captain would be tempted to do so. He's made a case for himself for sure.
Sanay will be the new man, eh? But the crowd's waiting for Sanay to pick up a single and not go for the big shot, isn't it?
Well, that's ideally what you should be doing. That's sensible batting. Shouldn't be being the hero when you have a hero standing right on the other end of the wicket.
And Samay does well. It's a direct hit. Samay had dragged his bat, expecting a throw to come in, and also just about obscuring the stumps while the throw was on, but not deliberately. That is the key.
Well, that's right. There's no case for obstructing the field. Because he ran in the same direction, didn't change ends, didn't change sides. So no problem whatsoever. All clean. That brings Rafiullah on strike. He is Captain Royal when it comes to entertainment as far as batting is concerned. 31 of 9 deliveries. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to tie your seatbelts, because now the ball's gonna fly. I promise you that.
That's Praveen Bhai for you, sitting in the middle. He'll be the one ensuring that all the coolers are up and running, and well, swing and a miss. Bowler's wondering how did it miss the stump. Saif wanted to see the off-stick fly. This is what happened a bowler ago. Slightly slower delivery. Samay had played it with soft hands. He had enough time to get to the other end. One clean, sweet pick-up and throw. Despite that drag, could have been a tight call.
Definitely direct hits, always are. dragging it from outside off stump. Doesn't want to take that single. Wants to stay on strike, which is fair enough.
After a long time, Rafiullah has hit a ball that has kissed the carpet of grass.
Just proves.
That's Harish. Zen like. One-sided, looking at the ridiculous required rate after a point of time, but entertainment was guaranteed. This will be a happy team. Bangladesh 11. They've been thoroughly professional, barring that one drop catch. The fielding has been magnificent to watch, with a bat in hand as well. An excellent start with over 100-run partnership, and then some big hitting towards the end, ensuring the total goes over 200. In the end, a clinical finish for them, winning by a big margin of 60 runs will boost the confidence with the T20 World Cup around the corner.
That's absolutely right. A little few pieces of errors that they need to fix upon, including the one that was made by Mushfiqur Rahim. You wouldn't want to make that error of judgment ever.
I'll tell you what, Mushfiqur Rahim, after all these handshakes, of course, and the fist bumps, will go towards that stand and wave them goodbye. Because he knows that the fans have turned up in great number just to watch him up close.
Well, that's right. Fist bumps, handshakes, celebrations, conversations. The coaching team would have a lot to say about both the sides to try and make the best out of what we've experienced. All right, so Oman 11 chasing a mammoth target.